Hey, this is Soomin Kim, your Austin real estate agent, and I'm coming from you directly off the 183 in the city of Liberty Hill. This is going to be the next boom suburbs of Austin, and today we're going to be talking all about this city. All right, we have a beautiful evening here, and I'm on top of some future development of a community here in Liberty Hill, Texas. Behind me, you're gonna see off in the distance over there, that is actually the 183. And I said development, right? I think it's very fitting that I'm standing off future development discussing the topic of the city of Liberty Hill. Now, when I speak to clients about Liberty Hill or clients that are interested in Northwest Austin, they're obviously very familiar with Liberty Hill, but they're probably more familiar with the Georgetowns, the Round Rocks, the Cedar Park, and certainly the past few years, Leander. Now, every time the topic of Liberty Hill is brought up, I often hear at times, hey, I don't know if I want to go that far out, but I'm willing to look. I heard of Santa Rita Ranch. I don't know if I want to go a little bit farther away from downtown, but I'm willing to look. All right, before we get into it, let's take a look just on the Austin map of exactly where Liberty Hills is. So here we have downtown Austin. And as we go north, as we're talking about North Austin right now, here we have some identifiable areas. Now here we have Round Rock. To the west of Round Rock, directly across is going to be Cedar Park. Now north of Cedar Park is going to be Leander. And then if you go a little bit northeast, really sharing a border here, this is Georgetown. And so again, here we have Cedar Park, Round Rock, Leander, and Georgetown. And Liberty Hill is sitting and sharing a border with Leander right over here. You can see it right up here where it says Liberty Hill, or at least on the map. Now, a couple of roads or highways that I want to point out that are very pivotal to these northwest Austin areas is going to be, first I want to point out obviously the 35. Now this is a major highway. This is, where they're going to have cars coming through that are coming from Dallas on through towards San Antonio and Houston. So this is definitely a major highway here. And then parallel to the 35 is also the 183 on the other side. This is what they call a toll road. It's also a toll service road. Essentially, it's going in a direction and it's very fast. Now, cutting between the 183 and the 35 is known as State Highway 29. So again, you can see the 35, the 183, and the 29. And these all really work in unison from getting from Leander to Georgetown, Georgetown to Leander, Liberty Hill to Leander, Liberty Hill to Georgetown, so forth and so on. Another road and a highway that I want to point out in this video is right here. This is called Ronald Reagan. Now, Ronald Reagan, if any of you are familiar with it, know that it's a very wide road. And essentially, it almost works like a very fast freeway or highway. But this works in unison with the 183 to really give a lot of access for those that are commuting, to the Domain, to the east, or even the downtown to get to where they need to go quickly. Ronald Reagan eventually turns into Palmer, which is, heads right into the Apple campus. So all that being said, as we see North Austin, once again, Cedar Park, Round Rock, Georgetown, Leander, we are going to begin to see really the attractiveness and really the pull of Liberty Hill really conjoining to be pulled in together with most of North Austin. And when that happens, I hope, I'm just not going to point out just the uniqueness of this particular city and the future development, but when it happens, it's going to become no longer, oh, that's to this or that, because it's now essentially going to connect. It's going to connect with these major, 3 to 4 cities that we've come to be very comfortable with when looking at places to live. So there we go. There you have it. That is North and Northwest Austin, and in conjunction to what we're going to be discussing, Liberty Hill. Well, this video is going to take a little bit of it's going to take a little bit of an introspective look at what's happening with Liberty Hill and why Liberty Hill is set to become the next boom suburb of North Austin. I mean, it's already happening, but there's certain things and there's certain developments and there's certain, little timeline pieces that happen with the community right when it's about to shift to become
really a next growing huge opportunity. Now, obviously, like I mentioned, Liberty Hill is already popular, right? But what happens in most of Austin right now is that if you take downtown Austin or just the central part of Austin, you're seeing Austin have a gravitational, really a pull from every aspect in every direction. So what I mean by that, if you look at the south, we're looking at the pull of what used to be far away, like a Buda or like a San Marcos. You're seeing it kind of get pulled closer in, and more people are starting to migrate and start to, claim residence in those areas. When you look in the east, what used to be far off like a Del Valle or a Manor is now being pulled in to be quite central. In fact, past in the east, Bastrop is starting to sell out as we speak. So when we look at the north, oftentimes people talk about, Georgetown, Round Rock, Cedar Park, Leander, but we're gonna see a major shift and a major pull of Liberty Hill. And that's gonna be done through development, that's gonna be done through roads, and we're gonna talk a little bit from a real estate perspective, the uniqueness of what Liberty Hill offers. I mean, when you come here, we obviously know that there's space, there's beauty, there's a fair amount of private lands here, so it's gonna feel a little more still underdeveloped. But what is happening is incredible. And what it offers is going to be unique to what anywhere else offers in Northwest Austin. And so I want to take a chance to look at this video and just point out some of the attributes of Liberty Hill, which is going to make it a fantastic and incredible current and future opportunity. So come along with me. We're going to talk about some things. We're going to discuss some things. I'm going to show you as much as I can, in this video on what makes Liberty Hill unique and if it's going to be an opportunity for you. Let's go.
So let's just drive down some roads of Liberty Hill. I mean, there's very quaint sections, there's very private areas, there's newer areas. It's got a couple different faces as far as the entire city. So what I want to do is just share some of those faces of just filming, not too much editing, driving down the road in and through the city of Liberty Hill. Enjoy.
know, another unique aspect about Liberty Hills and why it's really set up to be really the next boomtown as far as suburbs here in Austin and North Austin is really the schools. We're not just talking school district, but we're talking celebrated schools. And you know, just behind me, I'm over here at Liberty Hill High School, perhaps the most celebrated high school in all of Austin as far as the fanfare, as far as the homage, as far as the loyalty, as far as the excitement for how a school and high school affects the city is Liberty Hill High School. But it's not just Liberty Hill High School, it's all schools here in Liberty Hill. I mean, we're talking new campuses, new construction, new middle schools being built, even new schools and elementary schools being built on site at some communities. Hey, it's set up for success. All right, perhaps one of the most unique aspects of Liberty Hill, Texas, and what makes it unique is the fact that in all of North Austin, Liberty Hill currently offers the most amount of large lot communities. Come on now, we're talking about 1 acre plus that you're gonna find here in Liberty Hill, with several communities offering 1 acre lots, large lots, more privacy, more space, bigger homes, huge backyards, long front driveways. You're gonna find that here in Liberty Hill. Let's take a look at some of my favorite communities that offer large 1 acre lots here in Liberty Hills.
Let's start with one of my favorites, and it's Northgate Ranch. It's an acre lot community. The main builder here is Drees Homes. They are one of my absolute favorites. Love to just give you a feel and a look of how these homes are set up and this community. All right, the first thing that you're gonna notice, at least in this footage right here, is that in Northgate Ranch with these acre lots, you're seeing really long setbacks, you know, for some of these homes, long driveways. And obviously what you're not seeing is the back. The backs can go back 150, 200, 250, 300 plus feet. And again, you can see how much space there is between homes. The HOA for acre lots typically don't require fences because of you know, the grandiosity of the space. However, you're free and able to go and put in your own fence as long as it is compliant of HOA. Most of these homes will create their own backyard. So you'll see a lot of pools, you'll see playgrounds, playscapes, you'll see sometimes less grooming and more nature kept. But again, it's an incredible privilege if you're looking for space, if you're looking for this type of lifestyle, this type of home setting with these acre lots that you're gonna find here in Liberty Hill. You know, the difference between an acre lot and obviously, you know, communities where the homes are closer together, be it 50-foot lots, 60, 70, 80s, you know, you are just, again, the value here is the space you are getting for your home and for your living and lifestyle. All right, the next acre community that we're going to be taking a look at is Clearwater Ranch. This is going to be a little bit deeper into the heart of Liberty Hill. This is actually from the same developers of the Northgate Ranch that we previously just saw, but it is more mature. You can see the trees are more mature. The roads are, more precisely groomed. It's an incredible community. In fact, the deeper you go in here, the quieter it gets, and the more beauty that you're going to find. But it's got a grand entrance. The builders here are two of my favorites. Again, Dries is one of the builders, and Sitterly. I'm excited to see this community grow. They have a new section phases that are coming up, and it's exciting to see. Again, it's a wonderful community, one that is a dream for many. Take a look.
Communities and homes, and I'm here over in Northgate Ranch right now, and I'm just walking one of these lots for my clients and just giving an idea of what that feels like. Take a look. I mean, you can see the home behind me, and I'm continuing to walk to the back of their property line. And this is something that is unique to Liberty Hill. There are several communities like this one in Northgate Ranch that you can get 1 acre lots like this.
So let's talk development for Liberty Hill. One of the things I often hear when discussing Liberty Hill is, well, you got to drive a little ways for a supermarket. It's a little, it's a little bit farther out. Well, that has been answered. This right here, my friends, is the BarW Marketplace development located right off Ronald Reagan and the 29, my friends, and they are putting in here and developing the largest HEB that we are ever going to see. And along with HEB, other businesses and strip malls and what have you is going to be all built here. You can see it's absolutely massive, and it's absolutely positioned to really serve the entire Liberty Hill community. And that is being developed faster than I've ever seen something been developed before. It seems just like yesterday that they just had broken ground and put some foundation in. It is going up. So So let's talk development. And this was just announced and approved not long ago, but the Mobile Authority, or essentially the city, has approved to extend the 183 toll road all the way into Liberty Hill, friends. Now, this is a 6.6 mile extension, which typically ended in Leander, has now been approved to be extended into the city of Liberty Hill. So what does that mean? Do you remember in the beginning of the video how I mentioned how cities that are farther out are going to be more pulled in? What used to be seen farther away now becomes central. Well, this is clearly a sign of that happening to the city of Liberty Hill. I mean, friends, this is essentially a $450 million project that is extending and really making it more convenient for those that are living in Liberty Hill to get to commutes towards downtown, to the Domain, to the east, wherever you or whatever commute that one might have. It's now going to feel that much closer simply because the 183 is typically a traffic-free road and a highway, and it really essentially helps the first, anywhere from 15, 20, 30, 40% of one's commute getting into other parts of Austin. So clearly between this and the development of a brand new shopping center and bringing a massive grocery store and a supermarket and a chain closer to Liberty Hill, these are all signs that are pointing to an incredible next stage and wave for Liberty Hill.
Liberty Hill is an option for you, as Liberty Hill is somewhere that you're looking into. I have a lot of access to this area, between builders, communities, opportunities. I really have invested my time into understanding, knowing, and building relationships with opportunities here in the Liberty Hill area. So as always, I'm going to put my contact information right up there. Do not hesitate to reach out. If you have any questions about anything in Liberty Hill or really any surrounding communities, but this video specifically about this city, reach out to me. I'm happy to help you. I'm happy to help you look for an acre lot. I'm happy to help you look for something in Orchard Ridge, in Santa Rita Ranch, in any surrounding communities that are in and around Liberty Hill. It's a beautiful place, and once again, I believe in the near future, it will be considered very much central from what is happening. So with that being said, I will see all of you on the next video.